What's up, fellas? Welcome back to my chan. I just finished up a nice 2-hour bike on the spin bike by myself at the gym, and I'm a little bit sweaty, but I just felt like coming on here. I was pondering because I had 2 hours to think about anything. Just kidding. I was pretty much just watching some Yes Theory on YouTube the entire time, but I wanted to come on here and talk about something like some of the differences in myself that I've noticed since starting to train for this marathon. So this was so it's Sunday right now, and this was the end to a 12-hour week of training. So that's basically 2 hours a day of cardio, because I'm doing it 6 days a week. So it's average 2 hours a day, which now saying it out loud doesn't even seem like that much, but it is a lot. But yeah, I don't know, some of the things I've noticed, I guess, with myself. One of the main things I've noticed is that I'm a lot less emotional again. There's a time period, probably over the past 3 months before I started training for the marathon, where I was just I would feel things a lot more, and does this even make any sense? I don't know, I was just really in touch with my feelings, and I've never experienced that. I don't know if it was my entire life, just I think it has to do with my hormones. I really do. Because now I feel like I'm kind of back to my old self, where I really don't feel things as much. And I'm just kind of in a daze, if that makes sense. I was just thinking, I was on my way home. I think it was from, I don't know, some long run that I did. And I was literally just this in the car. Driving. And I was just thinking to myself, I could just feel myself going back to the old Emma. Which isn't a bad thing or anything. It's I don't know. It's funny because I really noticed the difference. Because I don't know, my entire life I've been exercising, so I never really noticed, I haven't fluctuated that much. In terms of, emotion, I never really went through, emotional roller coasters or anything, especially, with, being a girl, you have a lot of hormones, and I've just, never really been an emotional person. But it's interesting to just see the difference that training for the marathon and, doing all this exercise has kind of made me, back to the old Emma, where I'm just, more just this all the time. I would say that I'm living a much more balanced life than I was in the prior years that I've been training, which is a good and a bad thing. Sometimes I'm beating myself up these days because I'm not as disciplined as I used to be yet. I don't know. I'm just getting back into it, and I don't want to stress myself out or anything because I'm still pretty far away from the actual race, and I want to keep myself sane, if that makes sense. But I do go through internal struggles, just being come on, Emma, why aren't you waking up earlier? Why are you not eating as healthy as you used to? And it's just an internal battle that I have with myself sometimes. So I always feel I'm kind of fighting with different versions of myself in my own head. I sound crazy, but sometimes I have this. Okay, so I guess I can kind of talk about comparison too. I was gonna make a video on this, but comparison will literally just kill you, I guess. I've never had the problem where I compare myself to other people. I don't know, social media doesn't really affect me very much. I know I had some teammates in the past that couldn't go on social media because it would affect them, but I don't know, I never have compared myself to anyone else. The only person that I have problems comparing myself with is my old self. And I really have problems with this. I have a very hard time of living in the moment and just taking it one day at a time. I don't live in the past, but I always want to be, I don't know, I always want what I don't have. It's really frustrating. I wish I could just get over that and live in the moment. And it's something I really want to work on, just to better myself. I've been reading some self-development books about it. Yeah, but I just I really in this marathon journey, I really find myself comparing myself to my old like self when I was, you know, competing with all my teammates in college and like literally at the peak shape of my life. And now here I am like training by myself. Yeah, I don't know, like just not having as many resources as I used to. And it is like, it's very different, and it's harder, but it's just so different. And I just feel like I'm in such a different phase of my life, but I still find myself like comparing myself to my old college self. And it doesn't really make any sense. And I know I'm being kind of irrational. And I don't know if this video makes sense, and I say that in every video, but this is just what I think about on a day-to-day basis. And I really, really want to stop comparing myself to my old college self. Like, I just want to live in the moment, live every day, and try to better myself every day, rather than being like, why couldn't you be like this, Emma? Like, why couldn't you be junior year of college Emma, who was like so disciplined and blah, 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 blah. I just want to like work on bettering myself every day, rather than being like putting myself down. Like, I just put myself down because I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just have problems of like being really, really hard on myself, and it's kind of like, it doesn't make any sense, and it's so irrational. That's like everything. So irrational in my head sometimes. But anyways, back to the like what this marathon has changed in like my own personality wise. I don't like there was this period of time that like I couldn't even get out the door for a 30-minute run. And that was for a long period of time, probably for like the full year. It would be so hard to get me to get out the door and go for a 30-minute run. And like now here I am doing 2-hour bike by myself. And I don't know if that's just like having a coach or whatever. Shout out to Austin if he's watching this, but it just, I don't know. I'm so happy that I'm like kind of out of that like, I don't know, sad boy hour time of my life that I would just like not work out, because I really, really do like working out. It's more just of me like finding in my own journey, my own time, really figuring out like what makes me motivated and what gets me out the door every day. Because once you lose all your teammates, like it's very hard to get yourself out the door. Let me tell you that right now, unless you're extremely like self-motivated. And I've just never been that type of person. I've said this in so many of my videos, but I'm just a very team-oriented person. So being like self-driven is very hard for me. And this marathon has really, it hasn't like changed me dramatically where I'm like the most self-driven person out there, but it's a lot easier to like nowadays get myself out the door than it was a couple months ago. And I'm very happy with that. I still, have to do some work on some things, nobody's perfect, but I'm really enjoying the process and everything. It's had its ups and downs, let's just say. I don't know. It's so different. The 2-hour run I did, like, if you had asked me in college, there was always one point in college where I would get to an hour on my long run and I'd be like, okay, time for this to be over. And that's just kind of crazy now, because like now I can go for a 2-hour run. I mean, I was really tired at the end of my 2-hour run, but I just see myself like being able to put in longer hours that I just never thought would be able to happen. So that's pretty cool. It's another change I've seen, is like my mental cardio capacity is, I don't know, increasing, I guess, if that makes sense. Because there was always like a mental block. Like I just have like a certain amount of like hours I would want to run, and then I'd be like, nope, no more. But now I'm like pushing past that, like, ew. I'm drinking my BCAAs. That's disgusting. Okay. Disregard this. This is okay. But yeah, like in the past, there's no way you would have caught me on a spin bike for more than an hour. Like, I would go stir crazy on the spin bike for an hour. But then here I just did 2 hours and I was like, yeah, it was fine. And again, I think that's like the effort level that is just like with my training, it just makes it a lot easier. And yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I've really noticed. One of the hard things is that like I'm just not as inclined to be social, which is difficult because it just doesn't like fit in with my schedule as much anymore. like last night my friends wanted to go out, and I just didn't, because I knew I had this 2-hour bike, and I had just gotten back from a 90-minute spin and then immediately a 45-minute run, and I was like disgustingly sweaty, and they're like, oh my gosh, Emma, come out. And instead of like rushing home and getting ready to go out, I just like went and hung out with Sarah and ate dinner and then went to bed. And I mean, yeah, I guess it's just like sacrifices that you have to make. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's hard to make those again after like having a little bit more freedom in my life, but I know like you kind of have to do things to accomplish your goals. You obviously have to make sacrifices. So you just gotta pick and choose, you know, where you do it. Obviously, like, you gotta have fun too. Like, keeping your training fun is what's gonna keep you going ultimately. And unless you're extremely self-motivated and, you know, doing everything to a T and like perfect makes you happy. But I'm just not one of those people, you know. I need to have like social interaction outside of my training and inside my training to just keep myself mentally in the game and like ready to conquer the workouts, conquer the race. Yeah, but that being said, I'm like traveling all next week, so training might like be thrown off a little bit. I don't know. We're gonna get on all of our hours and everything, but it might just not be, you know, perfect. But you gotta be adaptable. So I'm super excited for that. If you guys didn't know and you happen to be watching this video, I'm going to NCAA's next week. Or no, today's Sunday. So this coming week, I will be in Austin, Texas. I'm flying to Atlanta on Tuesday to go meet up with Ellie, and then we're road tripping to Austin either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure which one yet. So we'll be in Austin to watch NCAAs. I get to see all my teammates, hang out with some of my friends that are also going to watch. I'm so excited for that. So excited for a little getaway, you know, put in some miles with Ellie maybe, but probably not because she runs like 6-minute pace. So, and also my friend Kyle's coming too, and he's like, oh yeah, we'll run together. I'm like, Kyle, I'm so slow right now, you can't. He's like, oh, me too. I'm like, okay, no, you're not. Anyways, okay, well, yeah, those are just some of the things I've like noticed. Just a little random thought video to close out a nice Sunday. I'm gonna go get some grub for dinner, some healthy vegan grub. And yeah, I guess I don't really have anything else to say. Thank you guys for watching another rambly video from Emma Abrahamson. And also, shout out to 50K subscribers. I can't believe 50,000 people subscribe to this channel. Like, it just mesmerizes me. Like, just like looking back, little Emma in 2017, starting this YouTube channel, it's just so funny. Like, all the opportunities that have come from me sharing like my life with you guys. And I really appreciate you guys wanting to follow it and like giving me feedback, telling me all about your stories, because it's just crazy. I know the running community is so special and everyone's so positive. So I'm just really happy that I can be a part of it and share my journey with you guys and have you guys, you know, follow me through my highs and my lows. Hoping to have more highs in the future. You know, this past like year since graduating has been a roller coaster. So again, thank you guys for 50,000 subscribers. Means a lot to me, and more videos to come, you know. All right, I'm gonna go eat now because I'm hungry and finish these BCAAs. Love you guys. Peace out, fellas.